Okay, so for today, I wanted to talk about my goals for 2023. It's been a week since 2023 started. Happy New Year! And I figured it's time for me to talk about what my plans are for this year. I'm gonna have you accompany me clean the office and just do some chores so I have a productive Saturday. Yeah, and let's get organized. Alright, so I'm gonna take it down here because I have a bunch of boxes that I have to throw out. And I figured one of the things I have to do is actually throw them out. For my goals for 2023, I kind of grouped them in two groups. The reason why is because we're planning to go on a Caribbean cruise by mid-March. And by mid-March, I want to be in my best shape possible. Starting with the first goal is I want to save at least $4,000 for this trip. That's a very conservative number. I don't think it's gonna cost me $4,000. I don't want to limit myself while I'm going on this cruise. The cruise itself is all inclusive except for alcohol, but to be honest, I'm not planning to get stupid drunk at the cruise anyway, so that's all good for me. The cruise itself is, I believe, around $1,300 all in all, and we already paid for our flight, so technically I have $2,700 rest in my budget. Within that budget, I want to fit in our accommodation while we're in Miami, any activities that we want to do while we're there. I also wanted to buy some clothes for this trip just because I don't know if you saw what I was wearing in Peru. I don't really have clothes or nice clothes, I want to say. Shopping clothes for myself was never my forte. A lot of my clothes are either gifts or hand-me-downs from other people. I don't want to splurge, but I also don't want to go cheap on it. For example, if I buy something from Shein or H&M, something that's fast fashion, I feel like that's not gonna last me a while. Nothing trendy, or it's gonna be very minimal, but just like nice and good quality. Maybe I'll do a video about what I'm gonna be buying for the cruise. Okay, let me just finish this 1 second. The second goal is to get abs by mid-March. I have been going to the gym pretty consistently since beginning of November. I've been so excited. Now it's not much, but for me, I've never really lifted weights before. I've never had muscles. I'm gonna do another video about my progress so far. I can actually lift weights now, which is so nice. Not only am I seeing the progress, but I can feel that, for example, as simple as bringing in groceries from the car into the house, I feel more capable. So when it gets closer and I can imagine myself committing to more core workouts closer to March, I need to hit that goal. I need to make sure I have abs. I've never gotten abs before. I've always had a flabby stomach. Even now, I would look at myself in the morning and I would see definition in my stomach, and I'm getting so excited. And the third goal is, I'm terrible at this. I'm supposed to be talking and doing things at the same time, but I'm not. So hold on 1 second. So the third goal that I have is to learn how to swim. Not only is it a good idea because, like, just for safety reasons, I want to be able to enjoy the beach properly, you know? I feel like whenever I admit that I don't know how to swim, I feel kind of embarrassed because I'm an adult. Like, that means if I were to, for some reason, drop in the ocean by myself or in the river or the lake or whatever, and no one was around me, I would die. I never went for swimming lessons as a kid. Like, I never learned. I'm actually scheduled to have swimming lessons, adult swimming lessons, starting next Friday. I found that the Ajax Recreation Center is offering adult swimming lessons, so I figured I would book it. It was like $94 for 8 weeks. I should be done the lessons literally just before the cruise. So the boxes are done. All right, so I just took out the boxes. What else is on my list? That wasn't even part of my list. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do decluttering my desk because I feel like I should work my top down rather than vacuuming first and then work on my desk. So yeah, let's do that first. The fourth goal that I have for this year is to invest $6,000. That was actually also my goal for 2022, but I didn't reach it. So I figured I'll aim for that again. This time I'll be better equipped because I actually have foresight that I am naturally gonna spend more money during the summer because there's just gonna be a lot more things happening. I feel like I was very optimistic last year, thinking that, oh, you know, the whole year is gonna be steady, which it wasn't. Now I'll know. Oh no, I'm really quickly losing light. I'm just gonna rearrange my desk. It's a little less cluttered because I actually have my desk on monitors, but I'm gonna rearrange it so I can actually install the KVM switch that Anu let me borrow. So change of plans. The KVM switch that I borrowed actually isn't working very well because it has VGA connectors and I don't have that. It's HDMI. So I'm just gonna do like a manual switch for now until I get an actual USB switch and a dock. So I already lost some sunlight. I finished my temporary desk setup so far. There's still things I wanted to do, but this is what it looks like. Before I had like 4 different screens, but now I've put my work laptop right here and my personal laptop right here. And unfortunately, like I said, I don't have a USB switch yet. So every time I have to go back and forth from my personal laptop and my work laptop, I just have to transfer these things, these USB-C plugins or whatever, into this laptop, and that will connect everything to my externals. So next, I just decluttered my desk. That's good. I tried to install the KVM switch and it didn't really work. I wanted to clean out my drawer, and I put mercilessly in brackets because I want to just make sure I don't hoard. If I feel sentimental about something, I want to catch myself and just throw out things that's not serving me anymore. The next goal that I have for 2023 is to save at least $4,000 for my Mexico trip. $4,000 is the number that I'm going with for every trip. I'm not really sure why. Like I said, $4,000 is a very conservative number. I really doubt that I am gonna spend $4,000 for these trips, but it's better to have more and not need it than have not enough and need it. Does that make sense? The next goal that I have for 2023 is to run a full marathon. Now, as you can see, a lot of my goals are carrying over from 2022 because I didn't hit them or I didn't reach them. I do want to try again. It's not like I'm giving up on those goals. I feel like I am better equipped. I have more experience with running and I'll be just a little bit more fit than that last year. The goal after that is another fitness goal. It's to do the 5K and the 10K of Spartan race. So last year, the boys did the 21K Spartan race. I did feel a little bit of FOMO. I feel like I wanted to be part of the fun. The Spartan races is going to be a good culmination of my fitness goals because not only will I be ready for my marathon, I'm also going to be a little bit stronger because of the exercise that I'm going to be doing for the rest of the year. The next goal that I have is it's to get 1,000 consecutive views on YouTube. A lot of people set their goals for YouTube as by the end of the year I will have this amount of subscribers, or by the end of the year I will earn this much on YouTube. And setting your goals with things that you can't really control is not the best idea. So let's say that's a tentative goal. Next goal is to read at least 15 books for 2023. This is kind of like a carryover from last year. I set a goal to read 26 books for 2022. This time, setting myself up for a little lower. It's gonna be 15 instead of 26. I can only imagine that things are just gonna be a little bit more busy than last year. It seems like that's just how life is. I'm already reading my first book, which is The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. Yeah, it's such a shame because I feel like I was so much better at it before, and for some reason I lost it. Life just got so busy and like work just got even busier. Actually, if you see here, this stuff right here is what I'm keeping, and this stuff right here is what I'm throwing out. So I think like that's just the first drawer. I feel like I did pretty well. I'm just gonna go through all the 3 drawers and then I'll be right back. I cleaned out the drawer. Now I am gonna water the plants. The last goal for 2023 is to walk an average of 50,000 steps every week. I found my annual number for last week and it was just below that, or sorry, for last year, and it was just below that. So let me see if I can show you. All right, so if you see here on my Garmin app, last year I had an average of 43,412 steps weekly. And that was because I was training for the half marathon. I think it's gonna improve because now we live in this house and it's a much bigger space. I'm really confident that 50K is gonna be very easy. Like I said, I'm gonna be training for the full marathon. So I'm gonna do the 5K, the 10K Spartan race, and I have no doubts that I will reach that goal. Those are my goals for the whole year. Last year I had 5 goals, now I have 10. You'd think I'd slow down a little bit because I didn't reach 100% of my goals last year, but to be honest, I never thought that I was capable of running a half marathon or investing that much money or saving that much money and going to Peru and all in 1 year. Those were my goals for 2023. I am going to try to make videos every quarter to at least check in to see how it's going. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's been kind of a mess of a video. I really do appreciate you being here. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. If you want to share your goals for 2023, please leave a comment down below. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Okay, so I will see you next week. Bye.
Any camera shape doesn't resemble
Ads out there. Also, around Cody a little bit later at the next campsite because I think we're gonna go. Good boy, you're such a good boy. 5 years ago, I didn't have a driver's license. You know, sometimes you're on a dirt track for.
Hello.
Hai,
Hi.
pupunta bukas?
Mm-hmm.
Ha?
Just me.